been overseeing many of these challenges. And we know that the Philippines is trying to take the lead in this space. Near over 110 million population. You grow every year, so I always lose count. How do you see this transformation from your health systems perspective, but also being in the Asian Pacific region, within the regional context? It would be interesting to hear your thoughts.
Thank you, Ricardo. You have no idea how many emails I get from AI vendors. Everyone is trying to sell an LLM, an agentic AI, to the Philippines, and it lands in my inbox because I also happen to be the Chief Information Officer. But I am not an IT person. When the assignment was given to me first by my minister, by our secretary, they said, "Are you sure you want to appoint a medical doctor with training in health systems?" He smiled and said, "It's not about the technology, dummy. It's the governance behind the technology." Computers, artificial intelligence systems, all of them will depend ultimately on someone who is accountable, who is flesh and blood. Our legal systems have yet to go the way of Star Trek. Sorry, am I being the only fan here? Can we do a little Ricardo? Who is a Star Trek fan? Ooh, who is a Star Wars fan? There are more. Okay, so let's not get into that. That's not the point of the forum. But the point of the forum is, before you see the Doctor or Data in Star Trek, before you see C-3PO in Star Wars, that's far. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's be a bit more doomsday here. Who here has seen all the Terminator movies? Raise your hand. Oh wow, not everyone has been watching Terminator. Are you not afraid of Skynet? That's a little joke that we crack whenever we talk about AI. But that is, of course, Hollywood. In real life, it's about responsible AI, it's about governance. And the difficulty that I am personally experiencing with my ministry, with our department, the people who handle information technology are still in that mode that they are the ones that fix the Wi-Fi connection. They are the ones that make sure that the email is coming in, that your servers are configured, that your devices are secure. They do have an idea about AI, but it is still on a very mechanical perspective, very technological perspective, and that is not wrong. That's fine. But my task as a CIO is to expand their perspective into governance. It really is a challenge, mind you, and I'm being polite in saying this. I don't want to diss my own staff, of course, but at some point at the global stage, I have to admit that countries, I'm pretty sure we're not the only ones, are trying to figure out how to go there. We do not yet have a law, a regulation, a statute that governs artificial intelligence. But there already is an agency, the Department of Science and Technology, not our department, another one, and those of you who are in government know that if it's not inside your backyard, you have to tread carefully. But having said that, it's in another department, and there is a national AI, the name escapes me now, but like an incubator. It was recently established just a few months ago, and it's supposed to centralize everything. I got to meet Ricardo because he was like entering the wild, wild west of AI in the Philippines, and he was trying to figure out who to talk to. It was a senator who connected him to us. I'm not surprised, parliamentarian, so fellow parliamentarian, and that's great because the senator was also trying to put her grasp on how do we go about this, and that was just the upper chamber in a two-chamber parliamentary system. We scanned the number of bills pending. There are quite a few, but they seem to be from the generic perspective of AI, which I would argue is not necessarily how we in health approach AI. We handle, in the language of the data privacy law of the Philippines, sensitive personal information. So I'm jumping from topic to topic, and my last point before Ricardo pulls the mic from me is we can't even talk about AI if the databases are not connected to each other. So what are you going to train your LLM on when the papers, the records are still on paper? Some of them are digital, but even those that are digital are using different standards and are not talking to each other. That's my task now at this point in time, and yeah, let's go on with the discussion.
Fantastic. And